Well, that was weird. Listen, everybody, if you know me, you know I love my fair share of reality television. Watching people get paid to ruin their relationships with everybody around them, I think it's really funny. Does that make me a little sadistic? Maybe, but I think it's more the fact that it makes myself feel better about myself. I mean, if you think about it, anytime you watch a reality show, you're never really saying, God, I wish I was that person. God, I wish my best friend just tattooed 2 braids coming down from my crotch. It's not usually your line of thinking. But out of all the crazy reality shows I've seen, this one definitely takes the cake. The show is called The Moment of Truth, and the show only ran for a year and a half, from January 2008 to August of 2009, when it inevitably got canceled. And I'm guessing that the reason why it got canceled is because it is such a fucked up show. I've only watched like 2 episodes now in preparation for this video, and it's crazy. So basically the premise of the show is a person will take a polygraph test and answer some questions, and then they will be moved out to a stage where they will answer some more questions, and based on the polygraph test, they can tell if this person is lying or not lying. And the more questions they answer, the more money they get. But if they lie, they lose everything. All the money is gone. And during the main contestant's time on stage, they have 3 people associated with that person, whether it be a work boss, their wife, their child, anything that would be relevant to the questions that are asked. And I looked it up to see if this show was fake at all, if anything was staged, and from what I could see, nothing came out about it being staged, which makes it even more interesting, because watching it for the first time, I was like, there's no way. There is no way that what they are answering is true. They had to have some preparation for this. You can't be saying this stuff on stage without like prior knowledge. But apparently, from what I can see, it is all true, which is insane. And of course, like with any game, it gets harder and harder as the game goes on. So the questions get more and more personal, more and more intense as the game progresses. So far, the couple episodes I watched were pretty messed up. The one episode involved a man with a very serious gambling addiction, which actually caused his previous relationship with his wife to end, where they asked multiple questions involving his addiction, which is just really weird and really messed up. Like, I can get behind most things. If you're cheating on your wife or something, yeah, you should be outed as a douchebag, okay? That's not a good thing to do. You're a piece of shit and everybody should know it. But whenever you have a very serious addiction like this, I don't think that you should be publicly like humiliating that person. And that's just one of the many aspects of how this show is like really messed up, which is why it was probably canceled. There was also an episode of the show which has now been deleted from most platforms, where a woman confessed that she thought that her dad was in relationships with a minor. So as you can see, this game show gets pretty intense. It gets pretty spicy, one might say. But the episode that I want to watch today has to do with a woman that was dubbed one of the most hated people in America in 2008 because of her appearance on this show. I haven't seen the episode yet, so I'm expecting some big surprises. At the beginning of the episode, they were questioning whether or not they were even gonna like air this episode, but they did, and now it's for our viewing pleasure.
Lauren Cleary is a 26-year-old hair salon assistant from Piermont, New York. She is the oldest of 3 children. She is married to a New York City police officer. She was asked over 50 questions by a polygraph examiner. 21 have been chosen for tonight.
Lauren Cleary, this is your moment of truth.
So as I said, in every episode, they have people associated with the contestant come onto the show. In this particular episode, we actually have 5 of them, and they are all directly related to Lauren.
I'm Frank, Lauren's husband.
Hello, Frank.
I'm Jay, Lauren's father.
I'm Kim, Lauren's mother.
Hi, I'm Monica, Lauren's sister.
I'm Tim, Lauren's brother.
Welcome to all of you. Question 1. As an employee of a hair salon, have you ever told a customer you liked their hairstyle when in fact you didn't?
Oh, come on. Easy. I think that's a definite yes. When you're working with the public, you gotta appease the public. Of course. Of course you're gonna have people that ask for weird hairstyles. And you could do it exactly to what they like, but you might not like it, but you still have to say that you like it. What, do you expect her to go up and be like, well, we're done. I know you like how your hair looks, but personally, I think it looks like shit. I think it looks like garbage. Actually, how about I just like cut all of it off right now? Because you don't deserve any of that hair, because your taste in hair is disgusting. Come back to me when you have proper taste.
No, I have never.
That answer is true.
Well, fuck me then. I guess I'm just not a good person. I feel like if I was in that position, I would come across some hairstyles I didn't like, but tell people I like it. But I mean, apparently I'm just mean. I said I like to watch reality shows because I can laugh at those people, but now it's been a harsh reality check on myself. Damn. The first 6 questions are pretty easy. They're pretty softball questions, you know. Have you ever flashed strangers for fun? Have you ever stolen money from your job? Would you ever steal money from your current job? You know, nothing major. But then we get into the second round where she has the opportunity to get $25,000 instead of her $10,000.
Since you've been married, have you ever pretended to be asleep in order to avoid having sex with your husband, Frank? What do you think the answer is?
Clear answer. We'll see.
Pretended to be asleep, pretended to have a headache, so yes.
That answer is true.
So what I'm taking away from this is that communication is not their strong suit. In most instances, I feel like you'd be able to say, hey honey, you know, I'm just not feeling it tonight. How about we just go to sleep, you know, maybe tomorrow night. But now I'm just not feeling it. But instead, she pretends to either have a headache or go to sleep, which I feel like might be a normal thing, you know. I'm not married to someone. I'm not gonna pretend like I know these things. But I think that you'd be able to just be like, hey, hon, maybe I'm not feeling it. But, you know, maybe she's afraid of offending him. Maybe that might make him cry to sleep. Like, oh no, she doesn't like me anymore. Oh, what am I gonna do? She's out f***ing other people. Oh boy.
Question 8. Do you blame your husband for your lack of close friends?
Yes, I do.
That answer is true.
I think my favorite thing about this is that no matter what they're answering, everybody's just like doing this like fake smile, like this smile, like just hiding back the tears. I'm hurt inside, but I still got a smile on my face. I'm good. Let's keep going. The money's worth it.
Question 11. Do you know things about your father that you keep secret from your mother?
I'm already scared. That look, something's up. Something's up, bro.
Yes, I do.
That answer is true.
Those fake smiles always get me. Just smiling through the pain. You can get through it, guys. It's all worth it in the end, you know? It'll all be worth it once you get this money. Trust.
You just won $25,000. How does that feel?
Feels good.
See, this is the point where I would walk away. You know, I've already admitted too much. I've talked about my insecurities. I've admitted to stealing. I've admitted to flashing people. My mom is going to be grilling me for the rest of my life because of this thing that I know about dad that I didn't tell her. And either I can lie to her after the show's over or I can tell her the truth, in which case, either way, it's not going to be a fun time. Yeah, I think 25K is enough. That's where I'd call it quits. But lucky enough for us, that's not what she does.
How's the communication between you and your husband, Frank?
We're working on it.
I mean, I could have told you that. Like, I did tell you that a little bit ago because I'm just that well in tuned in other people's relationships. I know these things. You know? I can't keep one of my own, but I can certainly tell what's going on in other people's.
Do you secretly stay in touch with any boyfriends that your husband does not know about?
The answer is no.
True.
Well, would you look at that? I still don't see the hate. I don't see the hate. Something's got to come up here, right? Because so far, I don't see it. She seems like a sweet lady, you know? I mean, communication issues, yeah, a little iffy. You know, stealing money, not good. But you know, it's in the past. It's all in the past. And this woman that I'm seeing right here doesn't seem that bad. So let's keep it that way.
Have you ever taken off your wedding ring to appear as if you were single?
That's a good one. Yeah. Right in the ticker, right there. Yes, I have.
Dude, listen to that crowd. That crowd is furious. This is where it gets spicy. It had to come up, right? Like, we've been doing too good up until this point. This is where we get into the real meat and potatoes.
True.
Something's telling me relationship's on thin ice right now.
Do you believe you might have been in love with a former boyfriend on your wedding day?
Yes, I believe I was.
You know how I said that they're just smiling through the pain? He's not even smiling anymore. He's just in pain. It's just pure pain. Why did they take this show off the air? This is some of the best reality TV I've seen.
That answer is true.
Okay, and not to pause the video like while we're in the middle of this very pivotal moment, but this entire time I've been thinking that the dad looks like someone I know, like he looks like a familiar face, and I see who it is now. It's Nick Offerman. Her dad is Nick Offerman. I don't know how he de-aged after being in this show and then going on to Parks and Rec, but somehow he did it, because you cannot convince me that that is not Nick Offerman.
This is your $100,000 moment of truth. And this question will not be asked by me. It's by a surprise guest.
Oh my.
Do not tell me that that's the boyfriend. Do not tell me that that's the boyfriend. If this show got the ex-boyfriend, oh my god, this is the best show on the planet. This is the best show. It's the best. It's just straight up the best. How do you ruin someone's life like this with such ease? Brilliant.
This is your ex-boyfriend, Frank.
What that tongue do, Frank? What that tongue do? I'm gonna be honest, he's kind of a stud. If I was in Claire's shoes, yeah, I would also probably have feelings for this guy on my wedding day, no matter what he did. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Stud muffin.
If you don't want the answer, you still have the button. I don't need to remind you.
Nick Offerman, he's just like, there, buddy. There. You got this. It'll all be worth it in the end, because we're gonna be fucking rich. Doesn't matter what happens after this, as long as we have money.
If I wanted to get back together with you, would you leave your husband?
Oh, and now we cut to commercial. Okay. Awesome. Oh, wait. That's 2023. Never mind. There are no commercials here.
If I wanted to get back together with you, would you leave your husband?
The fact that she puts her head into her hands right there, the relationship's already over. Like, there is no coming back. You might as well just say it. Because no matter what happens after this, it's gonna be a pretty awkward ride home. One that probably involves a couple legal documents.
Hold on. That question is a devastating question.
Of course.
You could avoid this right now by hitting the button, Frank. No?
Everybody in the crowd is so upset now because they can't hear the answer, but they already know what the answer is. Like, the fact that it was taking you that long to respond, you put your head into your hands, you obviously would. There is no question about it here. I think Frank over here just wanted some confirmation.
Of course.
But I mean, that's all the confirmation you need, buddy. You know, go find yourself a better woman. I think it's about high time that you get out of that relationship.
Frank wanted to hear the answer to this question. Monica, why did you hit the button?
I don't want to hear that answer. I don't think anyone will want to hear that answer.
He's dead inside. He's so dead inside. Is it bad that I'm laughing at someone's misery right now? Maybe a little bit, but you knew what you were getting into when you came on this show. So yes, I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm gonna keep laughing because this is too good. Look at his face right now. He is devastated. He wants to go home. He's probably gonna quit his job of being a police officer after this. He's gonna be the one stealing stuff. He's gonna devote a life to crime now.
One of the things that you know if you watch the program is that I will replace the question, but I can't guarantee that that question is gonna be any easier. Here's another question that your ex-boyfriend Frank will ask in place.
So they keep Frank, but he just asks a different question. That's gold. Listen, these are the rules. We gotta follow the rules, guys. This is $100,000 we're talking about, okay? You might not have any friends after this. You might not have anybody that loves you, but at least you have $100,000. You know, you could buy yourself 2 cars with that.
Do you believe I'm the man you should be married to?
That's the same question. That's like verbatim the same question. What? Would you get back together with me, or should you be married with me, is the exact same concept. I feel kind of bad for the sister now because she felt like she kind of saved the relationship when in fact she just dug a deeper hole, one that no one's going to escape from after this.
I want to be honest and say yes.
That answer is
The only person happy in this situation is Frank right now. He's the only person smiling. He's so giddy over there. He's just like, hey, yeah, guys. I mean, yeah, you all might be pissed, but you know, I'm the love of your life. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Which he didn't. He just came on the show. You know, I love Frank. Frank's a G. If I were to pick anyone out of this show that I would want to be friends with, it would be Frank.
Frank, is there anything you want to say at this point?
No, there's really nothing else I can really hear, so might as well just go for it.
With an answer like that, I can only assume that you're not happy. Are you unhappy?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Lauren, what do we do here?
It's just dead silence, dude. This is footage from 2008, and I'm sitting alone in my apartment, and I feel awkward right now. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to do this and then be on national television. Crazy.
What else is there? You know, I mean, just go for it.
I mean, he's right. There's nothing else that could hurt anyone even more than that. So I mean, you might as well go for the money. Either you walk out of there right now with $100,000 and nobody liking you, or you walk out of there with $500,000 and nobody liking you. I know which one I'd pick.
Since you've been married, have you ever had sexual relations with someone other than your husband?
Oh boy. I'm so giddy right now, dude. This show is really just, it's really putting a pamper in my step. I'm having a blast because, like I said, not only does it make me feel good about myself, but it's also just hella entertaining.
I wish the button was still there.
Yeah, telling me.
Poor guy. Dude, her mom is pissed. I would not want to leave that building ever. As long as my mom is still alive, I would stay in that building forever because as soon as I leave, I know my mom is killing me.
I'm gonna have to say yes.
True.
Okay, Lauren. 2 more gets you $200,000.
It's like how that old song goes.
Do you think you're a good person?
He's like, nah, she's not. She's a piece of shit. Yeah, well, guess what, Frank? They're not asking you. They're asking her. And I swear to God, if she says that she thinks she's a good person now, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Honestly, I think I am a good person.
So your answer is?
Yes.
That answer is
It's true. Yeah, okay, of course you would say that, Nick. Of course you would say that, Nick. Because not only did she cheat on her husband, but that's probably what you also did with your wife. Because that's the secret that your daughter's keeping from her own mother. I can read between the lines. I can see what's going on here. You're sticking up for your daughter, your wife is pissed, and then her husband's pissed. Right now, I just feel bad for the siblings, honestly. Like, they're just kind of just sitting over there in their own little world, you know? None of this has anything to do with them. They're just kind of chilling. They're like, well, I guess I'm just gonna watch the demise of my family.
false.
No, dude. What a twist, bro. So not only did all of that just happen, but you don't even get to keep the money. That's insane. Wow. I would be so pissed right now. And honestly, that would be the question that would do it, because like, she's trying to convince herself that she's a good person when in reality she knows that she's not a good person, just like everybody else around her knows that she's not a good person, except for her dad, which still has that faint belief for some reason, and we all know what that reason is.
Lauren, I am so sorry. Why don't you go out and hang out with your family, and I thank you very much, Lauren, for being on the show.
I'd hardly call it a family at this point, more like a group of people. I think that would be a better description for it, a group of human beings that are all existing. That was the moment of truth, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed that as much as I did. Personally, I think that we should start a petition to get this show back on the air, because if there's anything I want to see more of, it's shitty people's lives get ruined. I think that seems really fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one when I eat a whole head of lettuce in one bite. But until then, goodbye.